What's going on, guys? Just want to make a quick video, raw, unedited, just put it out there. Be trying to be fairly concise with it. I actually have a trip planned, which I'm pretty sure I alluded to this in my last video. I have a trip planned to Mexico. Now, I'm actually currently packing for it. I just wanted to get this out to kind of fill you guys in on the process, or like what's going on in my mind, what I'm thinking about, so I can see, kind of give you guys some more my thoughts and reflections on it. But so I'm going to Mexico. I'm going to be attending an immersion school. It's going to be basically it's going to be full time immersion, 5 days a week, and yeah, it's going to be for a month, and a whole month basically. And so yeah, so let's talk about, in order to get into the merge school, because I'm sure several people are wondering, like, why are you going to merge school again? Because for y'all don't know, I'm fairly advanced in Spanish at this point. And so most people, or not really most people, but a lot of people will kind of raise questions like, well, okay, why are you going to the merge school if you're already an advanced speaker? Good question, and that's what I'm here to fill you in on in my process. So, my current level, like I said, I'm decently fluent, comfortably fluent. I wouldn't say I have a high level of fluency where I'm basically like, I wouldn't say I'm like C2 essentially. I would say I'm C1 uncertified. I don't, whatever. But in terms of listening, speaking, I'm C1. I would claim that, I guess. But so I'm pretty decently fluent. Still have my issues. Still makes mistakes here and there, especially when I'm tired or anything like that. But the current holes that I see currently in my level are, I have comprehension issues when it comes to the really high, like hard to hear stuff. Still, that's still there. Most people, pretty much just about everybody I can understand, no issues. Sometimes might miss something if I was caught off guard, or they're saying something, or I'm tired. Usually a lot of times if I'm tired. But for the most part, when I'm talking to somebody, have zero issues in comprehension or anything like that. I can watch movies most of the time without any issue. Like the majority of the time without any issue. Watch telenovelas with almost zero issue, unless there's a new accent or something that I have to get used to. Um, I pretty much don't have any issues in those regards. I can read books. A little shy on the vocabulary when it comes to literary vocabulary. I can still read them, but there's probably like anywhere from 5 to 8 words per page that I don't know. If I'm reading a book, so it's not too bad. Some pages it's 3, other pages it's 8. So I would say 5 on average, but it varies. So it's not that bad. I can read. I wouldn't say reading is a strong suit because I don't read a lot, but I've definitely got a couple hundred hours in reading, but I don't read a lot. Um, so yeah, that's pretty much what that is. That's my current level. I feel like I can improve the most in vocab, especially like we're talking about mainly vocab from everyday words, everyday uses, like vocab on like just a lot of vocab. I feel like vocab is always going to be an issue. It's not hampering or debilitating in any way. It's more so just that to fully express myself with to the highest extent possible, I need vocab. Basically, that's pretty much what that is. That's a big weakness, specifically vocab of like everyday things. Very like like how to say plunger in Spanish. Like no idea. I think I looked it up one time, forgot it immediately because like when do I ever need to say that word? But I remember, you know. So that's basically a lot of stuff I don't know is vocab or like of nouns or very descriptive like adjectives or something like that, or very specific adjectives, you know. So I don't know. That's my current level. Why do I now? I saw that's my current level. Now the question is why am I doing this, right? Because if I mean going to Mexico is fine, right? I can go to Mexico anytime, but why am I going to spend a month in Mexico, and instead of just enjoying the vacation and then working on my level just through exposure? Why not just, why am I going to Mexico and doing immersion school? And it's supposed to be it's like a vacation, right? It's supposed to be a vacation. It is. It is a vacation. It's supposed to be a vacation. For me, an immersion school is like peak vacation because it's like I would dream about being able to spend all day learning Spanish and not have to deal with work and bills and family and all this stuff. Like I just get to plug in and work on Spanish. So for me, that's like literally that is my vacation. That's like a dream. But um, it's also, I think it's going to be interesting to see how it'll affect my ability since I'm already at an advanced stage. I think anything you're going to see on immersion school is always going to be people going in straight from zero. It's going to like the majority experience, or with like a like a with the basics down kind of at most, and then kind of learn there. And then there's some intermediate people who are in like B1 or lower intermediate going to an emergency school. I think the most effective range to based on my experience of like learning languages and what would be the most effective. This isn't uh you know what's the word? This isn't not emphatically proven. This isn't whatever corroborated by research or anything like that. There's another word I was thinking of. But my thing is like I think the most effective range would be like in between that area. Y'all know the area between B1 and B2, like strong B1, weak B2, like in that area. I think that's like the sweet spot for going to an immersion school. But in my case, I'm not going to be doing that. I'm going to be going to an immersion school when I'm at a more advanced level. And no one ever really talks about this. I guess in that case, it's basically just literally college or something that people go to. I don't know if I have like a college level type yet, but I'm not sure. But yeah, so that's mainly that. I was specifically what I was looking for the immersion school was I was trying to pick between various places. I'm going to Mexico, so I was trying to pick between various places in Mexico. I was looking at like Oaxaca, Mexico City, Guanajuato, Merida, like obviously like Cancun. They have various places, Puebla Escondido or Puebla Escondida, I think. Um, there were several places I was looking at, Guadalajara, stuff like that. But I actually chose this one in Central Mexico. One in I'm going to one in Central Mexico. I'm going to Puebla, Mexico, actually, and it's going to be great. So this school is dope. This school is really good because they're all right. Let's reset this. Basically, the reason why I chose this school is because I was looking for an experience that was more life living, the school of life kind of thing where you actually was integrated into the community, you actually doing things. I wanted to actually use the language because I can still speak Spanish and I still speak Spanish every day basically. So I wanted to actually use the language and talk to people and things like that. I didn't want to just sit down in school, hit the books, and then go home and go to sleep. Like I wanted to actually have events, go to places. So I didn't want to go to a town that was too small. Like that would have been nice, but I think I would have kind of ran out of stuff that I wanted to do or see or whatever. And I didn't want to go to some place that was too big because then I would kind of it would be too metropolitan and wouldn't have the kind of cultural aspect that I was looking for. And so yeah, I was kind of picking between those things. So that's why I kind of went more for the southern part of Mexico, as a central southernish area, and because I feel like it would be an interesting cultural thing. I feel like it would be a little bit more of a cultural experience there, but while still having the amenities that I would kind of like would want to still have, like not everything, but some things. And so yeah, and the school I chose has a very good like their way of, especially they're running their advanced program, is very integrated into, they encourage you to go outside. Basically they want you to touch grass, like that's like the whole point, and that's what their core structure is centered around, and that's why I wanted to take advantage of that. I was deciding between going to Puebla and going to Oaxaca, but in Oaxaca the school that I was looking at was a good school, but it was very much it was school. Like you go there, you do what you got to do. Then there's like like an hour of homework, and then you go to sleep and you come back and you do it again. And it's like that's that can work, especially if I was a beginner. I'd want to just do that, but because I'm like I can't really interact outside anyway, and things are a little stilted and tough. So but as an event speaker, I want to like go out. I want to actually have experiences. I want to take salsa classes. I want to go on a tour trip or go this and go to like a book club. I want to do all kinds of stuff, not just school. So that's a good part about it is just you know the school will be 8 hours or 6 hours of class fully in Spanish with Spanish material with a native speaker, and you're going through that, and it's going to heavily encourage vocabulary acquisition of vocabulary and speaking output. So it's gonna be perfect for me as an advanced speaker. That's exactly the two things that I need. And then 2 hours of that day is going to be one-on-one with a dedicated teacher outside, actually in the city, in like a coffee shop, or in like a library, or downtown doing something. I don't know. There's like a bunch of different places. You can just go anywhere, wherever you want to go. So yeah, and then there's also field trips, and there's going to be events later in the night throughout town that the school, like, funds or encourage you to go to, and have like a bulletin with all the events that are going on, that kind of stuff. So like, it's going to be cool, and I'm going to be staying with a host family, which is a huge thing. So it's going to be fulfilling the things that I really wanted to do, which is, like I said, integrate me in the community, spend a crap ton of time talking, doing all that stuff. And yeah, so that's the main reasons why I want to do, like, go to the school, go to, have my vacation in a Spanish immersion school, which is, to me, is like the ideal vacation, fill in, insert target language here. And yeah, so that's that. Now, my plan for updates, because I want to make update videos. I want to update everybody on all this going on. So I had to get this video out where I'm updating y'all on what's going on and how it's going to shake out. And then I'm planning on making some smaller updates, maybe after the first day, then after the first week. And then if any cool events happen, where do I feel like, or I'm doing something cool, I might make quick little videos here and there with photos, or who knows, I don't know. I haven't really worked all that out yet. But after all of that, I plan on making a second video after coming back, returning from Mexico, and updating y'all on basically how was the process for me. What did I feel? Did I feel like I learned, anything, like basically just laying it all out. Do I feel like it was helpful given my hours, or do I think it would have been more helpful if I did it earlier? Either way, worst case scenario, I'm still going to have a blast. I'm still going to be in Mexico. I'm still going to not be working, which is going to be amazing. Not working, like, is going to be great. So either way, I'm going to be happy with whatever the results, wherever the results land. It's going to be great. I could also end up hating it. That would be weird. But anyway, so that's about it, y'all. I just want to update on that. And yeah, this will also give me a lot of data for future language learning endeavors. Would I want to set things up to, take advantage of this a lot early in the process? Or is it cool to wait from events? I think that's, like I said, that's the really cool thing with me about being more advanced. I can, even if the school is bad, let's assume the school is bad, they lied about all the stuff they put on the website and the brochures. Even if that's the case, I'm still advanced. I can make up my own thing. I can go outside and find a book club on meetup.com, and I can stitch together stuff that'll still help me take advantage of the language. So just because I'm already at advanced level, it's not, the language barrier is not an issue for me. You know what I mean? Like, that's not the case. So that's pretty much it, y'all. Just want to update on your video, make a new video updating about this and talking about all the things going on. So I appreciate y'all for watching, and yeah, ciao. Catch y'all later. See y'all in a month, or whenever I decide to make videos. I haven't decided on the schedule. We'll see. All right. See ya.